So today we are going to meet Njatha. Njatha is a lady I call a friend of farmers. She's a social worker turned into a marketing and entrepreneur today. She runs her own business, moving away from social work, which she loves. You will hear her story and you'll get to know about that. And now she's doing poultry farming. I tell you, it's something that you do not want to miss. If I were you, I would not want to miss it. So let's go meet Carol.
My name is Njatha. I'm born again. I love the Lord. I'm also a single mom. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I'm running a business called Koinange Enterprises, and we have started well. It's not so new in the market. We started like about 2 years ago, and so far the Lord has been gracious. We are growing each and every day.
When you grew up, did you ever think this is what you do?
No, I didn't ever think that I'll venture into business because number one, I was employed before for about 12 years. I'm a trained social worker and I've worked with children. That was my specialty. I was taking care of orphans and vulnerable kids, and it was a ministry that the Lord just got me into, and we started well. It was a church project, and to some point we weren't able to continue with it due to some government policies that were implemented, and of course we were not able to comply with them at the time, so the home had to phase out.
So you're a social worker, you have all these children around you, and then government policy comes.
Yes.
That must have been so depressing for you.
It was, I must say, even to the children, because we had to actually sit them down and explain to them, and they were able to understand. But of course we promised them that all is not over. We are with you, we have you at heart, and we'll continue taking care of them. And I thought, how about I do something for myself? I can actually start off something, I can start off a business and just trust the Lord from there. And so far, so good.
I'm sure there's somebody out there, they're looking and they're wondering, so how did she start? How did you do that?
You begin with where you are, networking with your fellow friends, social networking through social media platforms. You just share the idea that you have. I want to do this, I want to venture into poultry, and anyone who has an idea of how I can get into it. And of course you're able to get connections through networking. Your friends, they refer you to their fellow friends through social media, WhatsApp groups. We have business groups on WhatsApp. So you're able to just post your ad, your flyers, you do flyers, and from there you just get connections.
So what sort of cash are we looking at to start?
For me, I started with about 30,000. I remember that's the money I had at hand. So I was able to just use what I had at the time to start it off. And of course, that shouldn't limit anybody. You can begin with as little as you can. It doesn't matter. Just start off. And leave the rest to God. He is the one who brings clients back to you. And of course, focus on feedback. Do not neglect it, because that is what will give you the energy and the driving force to move on to the next phase.
So this is how many kilos?
This chicken weighs between 1.3 and 1.4 kilos. When a client calls in, like immediately at the moment, right now, they will get their delivery. So I have a client who just ordered this morning, and I'm just going to drop it at his place. Then we'll be ready to go.
Awesome. Amazing. Let's go do this.
My name is Koinange. I'm a resident in Jamhuri. Carol has been a good supplier of chicken and eggs to me. She's been consistent. Our chicken are clean, they are fresh and very tasty. And I would recommend her to anybody. She's the best.
My main motivation is feedback. I always encourage my clients to give me genuine feedback. I sell the product to you. Definitely, there has to be some feedback, whether good or bad. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I always encourage them. Let me know how you find the product. Yeah, because that is what builds you up. That is what gives you the driving force to continue. Yeah, with the production. It gives me the energy, and it helps me improve. Should the feedback be negative, of which I encourage it and I embrace it. It gives me the wisdom and the energy to know how to improve next time.
COVID affected everyone. Every business was affected, and I'm sure you're affected too. How did COVID affect you?
Wow, COVID came in a time we all least expected, and definitely it was a hard hit on us. And the thing was just trying to maneuver your ways and just see how you can go about it, and just praying and trusting God for, other opportunities. Yeah, it wasn't all doom and gloom, but just trying to find other avenues on how you can do your marketing and even how to continue getting the products. And of course, we had a challenge, let me say. At some point, we were not even able to get chicks because, we produce chicks here locally. But at some point, it went really down. We weren't able to get chicks here. So we had to go all the way across the border to import chicks from Kampala so that we can have the sustainability of the production. And I can say it somehow came in and stepped in, and we were able to continue with the business.
Someone might say, okay, Caro's chicks are doing well. Caro survived Corona. I want to jump into it. So what have been some of your challenges in this business? Are there seasons like when you have chicks, you not have a good, do you have low season? Yeah, let me call it. You have low seasons and high seasons, like every other business.
Yes.
Is that something you experience?
Yes, that's something we experience oftenly. And there are times, of course, the weather patterns change. Yeah, and chicken production does not do well in winter. Let me put it that way. The cold season, they don't produce well. So definitely you will have a smaller harvest because of the weather patterns. And again, as we approach probably the festive seasons, towards December, that is when now the demand is so high than the supply, because everybody is looking, trying to find poultry, trying to purchase. And of course, when now there are so many people coming in to buy chicken, you find that you have less. You can't keep up with the supply. So that is also something else that kind of gives us a hiccup in the production. When
business is really good, what's that like for you in a week?
In a week, I can cover even more than 50. Because it's a daily. I do it on a daily basis. So there are days that I just focus on restaurants only, and there are other days I just focus on individuals.
So there's someone who is out there and they're just wondering, how do I go about this? So this person is just looking to you today to talk to them, and maybe just that one word from you is going to change everything.
Yes.
So what would you tell that person?
If you have the passion to do poultry, you have the passion to do business, start off from wherever you are. Don't let anything limit you. Don't let fear overwhelm you. Just begin from where you are. And of course, it's God who helps us. He's the one who blesses the work of our hands. So with time, you will grow from stage to stage. You can at least begin by doing marketing for yourself, market the products, and once you're able to, get good social network, then you're good to kick off.
Yeah.
heard from the horse's mouth, Karen Njatha telling us that she just started. She didn't have so much, but she had the courage to start. So even you out there, there's never, you can't say you have too little. Whatever you have, start. And she also told us that the place to start is look at your social networks. I'm sure each and every one of us has some social networks. Those could be your first low-hanging fruit. So go for those and just whatever idea you have, share with them. And just check around the social media especially. Has got very many ways you can get into those groups and learn about whatever it is you want to do. You just start. And you have heard Carol say she never stopped. So COVID should not stop you. I have been your host, Linda Maruti, and our guest was Karen Njatha, owner of Koinange Enterprises. Thank you so much.